In today's video, we're sharing with you our very first ever grocery haul. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to The Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
I'm Christy.
Hey, and today we're going to be sharing with you our very first grocery haul. So I'm going to be holding the camera while Christy describes everything that we bought. Okay, here we go.
This is our breakfast items. Joel is crazy about the butter bread.
Yeah.
So he has the toast with his breakfast every morning. I and he both, we have eggs in the morning for breakfast. Or at least I do sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. But if I'm feeling it, we have eggs. And he likes to put this on his toast. Do I consider that healthy? No. And he uses this in his coffee. Blah. Blah. Mm-hmm. He also uses this for his bacon. So, there you go. That's breakfast. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some of the things that we eat that's like we don't necessarily share. They're more of our personalized things. Not to mean we don't ever eat each other's stuff, but this is Joel wanted grapes. He also usually has one bag of Cheetos and one bag of Fritos every week. Sure. Runner life, he gets to eat snack food. Yeah, and he also is all about snack packs. Okay, and I guess I should note here that if you notice there's no lunch foods for Joel, and that's because his job actually provides a meal since he works in a restaurant, so we don't actually buy him lunch food. So this is mine. I actually had totally different meal plan, but when I walked into the store in the produce section, I saw that the kale was 88 cents per pound, which is awesome. It's been like $1.49 per pound for months lately. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I want my kale salad. It's been a little while. So I got one regular green, and then I also got red kale, and I guess you could say this is going to be my try something new for the month, which if you watched my health journey video, I'll put a link here. You will see that I try at least 2 new things every month, and I've never had red kale before, so I thought I'd give that a try. I always put roasted sweet potatoes in my kale salad, and I also usually put a little bit of spinach in it, and we also needed spinach for a recipe, so that's why I got this 1 pound tub, which is cheaper than getting smaller ones anyway. So that was all. I also have some apples in the refrigerator from last week's haul that I'll be putting into it as well, so love my kale salad. But that's my stuff for this week. Okay, our oldest son still lives with us. He's going to college right now, so we buy him stuff. He eats like a bachelor. So he loves naan bread. We actually got the 50 cents off at H-E-B. We had a coupon for both of these, so it was $1 off. He eats Pop-Tarts. I guess that's his breakfast. We buy him a case of Coke per week, so we bought 3 since they were on sale. And so that means these have to last him for 3 weeks. If it doesn't, he drinks water. So, but this is his stuff for this week. Okay, first I'm going to tell you, we have some rosemary and thyme. And that is for chicken noodle soup, and we're putting that in the crock pot in just a few minutes. And so that's what that's for. Ground mustard. We actually got a good deal on that because it was $1 off. So it was only $2.22. We have garlic for several recipes this week. This is parsley for some recipe this week. I don't remember. Is that for the beef stew?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We are going to have, speaking of beef stew, let's go ahead and say that one. That one is enough for 2 pots of beef stew. So we're going to separate it into 2 different pots and put one in the freezer for later. red potatoes and andouille sausage and shrimp. It will be in a low country skillet later in the week. Mozzarella cheese, because we make homemade pizzas usually once a week or once every other week or so. The beef broth is for beef stew. It is the only thing I make all our stock except for beef, because we don't tend to buy meats that have bones on them, so beef meats. We have pulled pork that we've already made in the freezer, and we will take that out and thaw it out, and we make our own barbecue sauce to go with it, and I use blackstrap molasses as one of the ingredients. We have milk. We use that, obviously I use it in coffee, different things like that, but also we use it in recipes as well. Unsweetened almond milk pretty much is just like regular milk. It can be used in the place of the buns, obviously, for the pulled pork. Okay, also today we bought a few things in preparation for Thanksgiving Day. First of all, or I should say just for holiday stuff. First of all, these vanilla chips. Of the things that I have made during the holidays, the most requested item ever has been cookies and cream fudge, and you have to make it with vanilla chips, not milk chocolate, not white chocolate chips, vanilla chips. So when I see a bag or two of them, I usually get a few just to kind of stock up, so that'll be ready for Christmas. So that's why I bought one. Also, speaking of Christmas, as opposed to Thanksgiving, it has been a tradition for a long time that if we were putting up the Christmas tree, we also had chocolate chip cookies or some kind of seasonal cookie, and I tried to skip that one year and was reprimanded by everybody. So when we put up our Christmas tree, I've got my chocolate chip cookie dough. So, all right, so as far as Thanksgiving goes, we have cornmeal, because we're going to make cornbread dressing. In fact, we're probably going to try to record us making the cornbread dressing this year and then actually upload that onto YouTube. So be watching for that. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss that if you have wondered how you make like Southern cornbread dressing. That's what we're going to do. And we use cornmeal for that. Okay. Joel wants a cherry pie for Thanksgiving, so there's his crust.
Cheesecake.
Oh, sorry, cherry cheesecake. I make that too. Anyway, and cherry pie filling goes into cherry cheesecake. And for the leftover turkey, we make turkey and wild rice soup, and we went ahead and bought the wild rice so we would have that for that day. Well, we hope that you enjoyed our very first grocery haul, and we just tell you that our total for the week was $131.27. Sometimes we shop at more than one store, but I'm not feeling real great, so we decided just to do one and get it over with. But anyway, in the future, we hope that you will join us. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell where you may be seeing a bell. And check out these videos here where one is telling you who we are, and maybe one is telling you about our health journeys. Maybe you're curious about how we define health, and those will tell you all about it. Okay? And until next week,